and you're trying to buy your car, because there's all these incentives out, from employee pricing to 0%, lease specials, and cash rebates, large ones out there. So if you have the choice and you're going in to purchase an automobile and they're giving you either 0% or 1.9 in lieu of 4 or 5,000 or even 3,000 in cash, which do you choose?
I go for the rebate. Always.
Why?
I always take because you always want to own the car for less. The trick is, how cheap can you purchase the vehicle, and how much are you going to owe when you? I mean, when you go to trade in the vehicle a couple years down the road, would you rather owe $5 grand more? Or would you rather owe $5 grand less? Own the car for less is always the way to go. Take the rebate over the low APR.
I agree, but you know, some people are going to say, well, wait a minute, you know, it's 0%. I mean, I'm not going to pay any finance charges.
Yeah, but if the rebate's $5,000 and the, you know, let's just say the going rate's in the low fives, it really, if you factor in the 0% and paying the higher price of the vehicle, and then take the payment at the $5,000 rebate with an interest rate in the low fives, assuming great credit, your payment's about the same, and you owe the car $5,000 less.
Well, and the fact of the matter is this: research indicates that most people keep a car 27 to 30 months. Okay. So if you're going to trade out of your car or sell it on your own, common sense would tell me, do you want to own it for more or own it for less?
Unless you absolutely know for certain that you're going to keep the car for the full term, and then maybe 10 years after that, if you're one of these people that only buys a car once every 10 years, then maybe you might want to take the 0%.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
And I'll tell you why. And guys, listen up.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Nope.
No. Listen.
No, listen.
Listen up.
Yes, listen.
This is where you'll get a really good indication of how good the business manager or the finance manager is at a dealership. One of the things you can ask him, because most of the guys want to help you, and they do want you to buy a car. I mean, I don't think any dealer wakes up every morning and gets all the salespeople together and gathers them up on a Saturday morning and says, "Hey, everybody, don't sell a car today." I think their objective is to sell as many cars as they can. No, you don't. You don't want to work there. But bottom line is, what we're trying to say is, ask your business manager the simple thing. All he has to do is punch in the 0%, and then take off whatever the rebate is, if it's $3,000 or $4,000, and then look at the total amount of payments that you'll pay for that loan. Okay? Write it down on a piece of paper. Then have him add back in the rebate, whatever it is, the $3,000 or the $4,000. Put in what interest rate you can qualify for.
Okay.
Okay? And then take the total amount of those payments and subtract the difference out. And if you have a good credit standing, and you by the way, all these 0% and 1.9s and 2.9s, if you have marginal credit, you're not going to get them anyhow. So take the rebate. But if you do have excellent credit and you're able to get the rebate, look at the difference. Because you know, right now, as Doug alluded to earlier, with APRs as low as in the 5s, for standard financing, at most dealers can even offer that to you through their local banks that they represent. And bottom line is, I bet you're going to find out that at that kind of rate that you'd qualify for, the total amount of the loan will be less than doing the 0%.
I mean, actually take a look at it from a manufacturer's standpoint of view. A manufacturer's not going to put two different programs out on the same car where one truly costs them more money than the other. They're more likely going to balance each other out. So why would you not want to own the car for less?
I'm always for less.
I'm always for whatever you guys are always for.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Way to be a follower.
I am.
Beautiful.
I am.
Thanks,
I don't want to argue two guys at once.